Hello everyone, this is the Film Buff Gamer Guy, and I'm talking about superhero movies again, because that video got a lot of views, so go ahead and watch it. So I've been hearing news around lately that people are getting sick of comic book movies from superhero movies as a whole. With both Marvel and DC, just people are starting to get sick and tired of superhero movies. When 5 years ago, they seemed to be making a lot more money, but in this year, in 2023, superhero movies aren't getting much money as they used to be. So, is there superhero fatigue going around in the film industry? So I whipped out some notes, and here are some superhero movies that is from the MCU. All of the MCU, and not from DC, because I think the DC movie that came out in 2022 is Black Adam, and what's the other one? I lost. Oh yeah, the Batman. Yes. So I'm gonna go and look at some Marvel movies, MCU movies that came out. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever got $859 million at the box office, which is worse than the original Black Panther from 2018. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania got $471 million, only for 400 million. That's it. That's close to as bad as Phase 1 of the MCU. That's pretty terrible for an MCU movie. Then there's Thor: Love and Thunder, which scored $760.9 million at the box office. Not close to a million, but then Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, only $955.8 million at the box office, which is not a billion, but it's pretty good. And Marvel movies before normally earn that much money at the box office. And the reason why people are bringing that up is because Shazam Fury of the Gods just came out, and it's not doing good at the box office at all. Like, it's doing so horribly at the box office that Warner Brothers is just releasing it on VOD a month, like April 17th, a month after the movie came out. Ouch, that hurt. And Shazam is expected to only get its budget, the movie's budget, which is $125 million. Which you think that if you're not someone from the movie industry, it's just, you only got its budget back. Well, it's not that bad because you just didn't get any money. You just got the money you paid for back. But you also have to pay. That's the movie's budget. You have to pay more to distribute it to theaters. It costs money to do that. Like, it's not like Shazam's box office failure isn't that bad because Warner Brothers is a huge corporation. It's not going to destroy a whole company or whole franchise like Thomas and the Magic Railroad did. But it brings the question, are people getting tired of superhero movies? A lot of people do believe that because Shazam barely made any money at all, didn't make any money at all at the box office is because, well, people are sick of superhero movies. Well, that is true, you're not wrong, that whenever a genre gets overly popular or a franchise gets too popular, like with Call of Duty, like those games were popular, that a game was released every year after year after year after year, and people got sick of it. And 2D styled Mario games, like during the Wii U and 3DS days, like people got sick of going to the flagpole and then beat the level, that type of structure, and people got sick of that. Until then Mario Odyssey came out, and the levels were more exploration based. And let's look at YouTube, for example. There are certain genres of YouTube videos that are overly popular, like back in 2007, 2009, first couple of years, like people were trying to copy the angry video game nerd. Even some of my old videos, one of my old videos, I tried to copy him when it was dated 10 years ago. It was old 10 years ago. And then COD commentary videos and Minecraft videos, like those were very popular and people got sick of them. And the same thing is happening with superhero movies, and according to some people. And it's true that when a genre gets overly popular, people eventually get sick of it and they make less money and all that. That does happen. But one thing you gotta consider is Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania only got like a 50 or 47% on Rotten Tomatoes, and there are people out there that won't see a movie just because of the review score. I know a lot of people that do look at the review scores before they see a movie. I personally got some enjoyment out of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. I enjoyed it. Like, what made the movie for me was Kang the Conqueror. Jonathan Majors did a phenomenal job, and the villain just made the movie for me. And Kang the Conqueror, the MCU variant, felt like serious shit's about to happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You felt that. And Jonathan Majors did an excellent job as Kang. And then I went and saw Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods. I loved the original Shazam movie. I thought that movie was excellent. It was funny. It was well written. It has a lot of heart. I loved the first Shazam movie. That was one of the best DC movies out there. But the sequel is just so average that it hurts. It didn't have as much character development as the first one, but it's not a terrible movie. It's just so average. It's like if someone came up to you and said, "Hey, what do you think of Shazam 2?" And the answer you get is, it's alright, I guess. At least it's funny. At least it's well acted and all that. That's Shazam Fury of the Gods. I'm not gonna 100% agree that superhero movie fatigue is happening. I'm not gonna say that I 100% agree just yet, because I gotta see how The Flash turns out. Which there are some arguments. Well, there are a lot of people that won't go see it because of, well, Ezra Miller is mentally ill and all the stuff going on with Ezra Miller and all that. But I do think that it might make a decent amount of money because Tom Cruise is endorsing it, and he normally isn't into superhero movies, and Tom Cruise is a very popular actor, and he has Batman, like Michael Keaton Batman, they're bringing him back and everyone got a nerd boner at the Super Bowl because of that. That's the reason why I think The Flash could make a decent amount of money. Not as much as a high-grossing movie as Avengers Endgame, but around 900 million to 700 million, around that at the box office. But again, I'm not going to 100% agree that superhero fatigue. I think it's a list of other reasons why Shazam Fury of the Gods fail. I need to see what other DC or Marvel movies do at the box office before I 100% agree that superhero fatigue is happening and people are just sick of the genre. This is the Film Buff Gamer Guy signing out. Have a good one. Bye-bye.